Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Infinite Zeal, and today I'm bringing some more high-level Dnf Duel gameplay, tech, strats, and matchup knowledge. I don't like to waste time. Let's go. The Crusader matchup. Usually I don't have a whole lot of issues with Crusader, but I could also see how a lot of people get frustrated, especially as Ranger, not understanding what they need to do. So I've got 3 tips here that I am always keeping in my head when I'm playing Crusader. The first one, keep them grounded. Stand A, stand B, crouch B. Make sure that he stays on the ground. He has a lot of trouble jumping over our stand B, so let that be the one you use. It's also less negative on block than crouching B. So make sure that you're staying true to trying to keep him on the ground. A lot of Crusaders want to play at full screen, but Ranger is one of the people who will excel more than he does at being full screen. So keep him low. This is a no jump zone, right? So use your stand A, keep checking him. It'll interrupt every single one of his abilities. So on startup, that armor, anything that he tries to throw out. The issue here is if he starts doing jump javelin and things like that, but I'll get into that in a little bit. The second thing that I'm thinking about is I always want to make Crusader waste meter, especially while full screen. Crusader specializes in hitting like a truck. However, he's heavily mana dependent, so forcing him to utilize his meter is going to be pivotal in crippling his damage output. Something that I always try to do is chip away at his guard break meter. Typically, I'll try to put a little pressure on when they're over 100 mana and try to get him to guard break. Keeping them under 100 mana limits them to not only one wall at a time with its lowest cost at 50, but also it's his strongest answer against zoning besides its air javelin, so it's a pretty good idea to keep this in mind. Last but not least, be patient and be honest. I cannot stress this enough, Crusader hits really hard, so use projectiles as a way to understand how they want to respond to it and then punish them accordingly. And remember, you don't have to take risks to force pressure. Generally, you're able to create pressure from anywhere on the screen in this matchup. So don't be too eager to mash buttons even if they have a life lead. Alright, now that we've gone over general mindset, let's attack some common situations that you'll find in this matchup. And look at some moves that you'll want to have at the ready while figuring out how Crusader is going to respond on both offense and defense. Surprisingly, the beginning of the match is probably one of the best indicators of how the Crusader is going to play throughout the round. If the Crusader decides to block first and refrain from an opening action, then they probably understand the matchup well enough to know you have more of an advantage at this range and further. If I see this playstyle, then I'll most likely press the opponent and start building up guard break pressure, as well as push them to the corner. Here is the golden key of this matchup. Slide into Deathhawk or Mock Kick into Deathhawk is free pressure, and the only answer Crusader has is Guard Cancel, which is a heavy 100 mana sacrifice. His DP, Miracle Splitter, which is his projectile invincible move at startup, and Jump Javelin all get stuffed by the Deathhawk. Dodge Forward is also an option, but you're plus at the end of the roll. It's either a free throw, or if you can time it properly, Mock Kick will counter hit any button they press. Check it out. A couple of closing notes here, just to give you a little more of an advantage. Any close jump by Crusader can be reacted to with neutral MP gun barrage, making it easily reactable. Anything right above your head, just hit with a good old DP. Crusader's Hammer of Repentance, the huge glowing hammer slam, is minus 20 on block. It's basically asking to get comboed. Slide or gunshot slide are easy confirms as a punish. Flash Sphere, Crusader's electric projectile, can be low profiled by slide. If they start jumping after they activate it, then you can use Gun Barrage to disable the projectile or Death Hawk to go under and force the Crusader to stay in place. Most Crusaders will run behind it, just slide and force them to stop using it. The Red Shield ability only has one hit of super armor. If you can secure the first hit, you can play the matchup as normal, but put gun pressure on them to make them worry about the timer until he loses energy and be ready to punish. Hey, if you've made it this far, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I know that we all love playing games, but at the end of the day, it's all about our mental health. Don't use games as a way to run away from your issues. Try to deal with them in your personal time and come play games for fun like it's meant to be. And if you really felt like this kind of info helped and you would want to see more of this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell. I'd love to post more, and it does take a lot of work, but I really enjoy doing it. I also left a couple extra replays there to watch if you have a few extra minutes. Again, thank you for your time, and I hope to see you out there.